Okay, let's hit this drill. Let me just demo it while I talk with the SIRT pistol. So essentially it's kind of like a bill drill, but you're doing it rapid succession from going from, in this case, about 7.5 yards all the way to 16 yards in about 2-yard increments, thereabouts. And the first phase I'm doing right here is just making sure I can align the muzzle and pull the trigger, essentially trigger mechanics. And I put a little white dot on there. So I'm to cheat the drill, not to cheat it so much, so I really got a center aiming point. And you'll see when I go to recoil management how this all kind of comes together. So a little bit of wobbles on there, and I'm trying to really lock this grip in. Ah, come on, Mike. Whew. All right, all right. Okay, now let's take this live. Let's go ahead and going to use the timer, get the splits locked in. Okay, those splits weren't what I want them to be. I want them to be a lot tighter than that. Let's go down, take a look. This is kind of like a build drill that builds substantive confidence in your recoil management. So as you get further out, it's almost like I'm not respecting that 16 yards. It's like, look, I don't care if you're a little bit smaller minute of angle. I'm a little low left on these. I think that's my aim. This is ridiculous. God, I don't know if this picks it up. That's a perfect, okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, that's a bit stupid. This one's also a bit stupid, right in the middle and just a little bit to the right. Yeah, this one, again, God, I hope this camera gets this. Whatever. All right, boy, tight, tight, tight. And this is just dipped 6 o'clock out of the A zone. I'll look at the film if that was a first or second shot. Okay, this is more of an integrated drill. It's more integrated because it's a little bit of transitions. Actually, it's a little bit of transitions and being able to snap that gun to the next target. And it's very much on trigger control as far as prep break reset. When I do these reps with the SIRT, you can see I'm using the take-up laser. I'm using the take-up laser. So like that take-up laser right there is pretty much being kept on, all right? I'm doing a front sight focus on all this, believe it or not. Notice how hard it is even to, it's shocking to me how much I have trouble just aligning the damn muzzle with the sight alignment and then holding on to trigger control. So even forgetting about the recoil management of those control pairs. I mean, just that task is hard enough. So I train this a ton. Okay. One thing I notice about my grip, I'm really locking it down super hardcore. Let me take a rest here and explain it. I'm doing a lot of chest squeeze. I'm getting the support hand up extra high. I have the same fundamentals that I have in the past, but I got the support hand up super high. Instead of right here, I'm kind of up here. The bedding is from a firm chest squeeze, a C-clamp grip, a pinch to pinch right here, and then a subscapularic pull, and then an elbow roll. So it's a lot going on there. I get it. Those are all mutually exclusive though. So if I'm slacking off in one, it doesn't screw up the others. It's not like a teeter-totter where I have to balance everything. All right, let's just do this again. Let's hit this again. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's sink in here and get a bit lower, meaner, more aggressive. Yeah, that felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Yep. I just got to talk about this for a second. So I've kept my grip. I got a hot gun here. I got a hot gun here. Let's just take a quick look at this. See how high I am? Super high. This is a Robert Vogel grip. And I got chest squeeze like Rodney May. I got this weird, like my buddy Britt Lynch does, pinch right here on the frame, just between these two hands, okay? Some people say push here with your thumb to fight the trigger. That's a disaster waiting to happen. No, I gotta have this self-contained right here so it doesn't move. It's not, yeah, it's just the way to do it. And then the elbow roll and actually pull backwards. So let's just take a look at the results here. Boy, look at this weird, eerie consistency right here. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, and I knew this happened. I didn't transition over quick enough. I'm off to the left here. See what the splits were on that, the transitions. So I had a 20, 21s, 22, 21s. Yeah, it was pretty consistent, 20, 21s through the whole thing. I can get that down to 18. 2 alphas right here. This is kind of ridiculous. Geez, and this is kind of ridiculous. One of the piece of tapes fell off. Okay, I got alphas all the way except for that transition deficiency right here. I gotta examine this a bit more. I don't know why I'm going low left. Okay, I'm actually gonna lighten the trigger up a little bit here. So with our Cert 115s, I go in here and it's kind of weird, but it's righty-loosey. Okay, I'm gonna lighten it up just a smidgen. It's kind of like using the rubber bands when you run, when you do sprints. I want my trigger speed to be a little bit faster. I don't always want resistance. Sometimes I just want to like have no resistance and just be fast. Okay, oh my God. Okay. One thing I notice when I do this really locked down grip is I do get tired. So I got to train shorter intervals and more frequently, all right? All right, let's just do this again. Let's go live fire. Emphasis now, I'm gonna emphasis locking in the grip still, all right? I'm gonna emphasis, of course, driving the eyes and snapping it, but I'm really gonna work that prep break reset. So if they're not totally on target and they're off, but I'm gonna watch the front sights. I'll try to call it, in fact. I'll try to call it like, oh, such and such target. I broke that a little bit early. It should be to the left. Here we go. All right, that felt pretty good. Actually, that felt ridiculously good. Let's see what happens here. Those were 16s, 25 transition, and an 18, 20 transition, a 16, 19, and an 18, 18. Yeah. Stupid. Okay. And that's why I like this drill. Okay, this one sunk down. I don't know. I just don't know what happened here. This is, yeah, I mean, this is what, my 9 yard? At 7, it's about 9 yards. Okay, Jesus, this is not bad. 2 alphas here, about 14 yards. Did I get a mic here? Okay, this went off to Never Neverland. You had a full-on miss out here. I'm okay with that though. One thing to just note here on equipment, using a completely stock Glock 19 Gen 5, a little bit of grip tape right here, which I'm playing with. I'm going to remove that eventually, but I'm playing with that and as a progression so I can really get my pinch down. And I also have Winchester white box ammo. It's not super powerful or anything, but it's very snappy. It's actually pretty good for recoil management drills because it kind of like this explodes and it's very spiky ammo. And then of course, got a SIRT pistol here. Whew. Ooh, come on, Mike. Just want to get a nice shot in that far target. Oh, man. I'm just really going to sink in awareness of locking that pistol in. Some people say you don't need to, some people say you don't have to worry about muzzle flip. You just have to have it come down to a consistent location. I used to think that. However, when the muzzle just barely flips and your structure is so locked in, that energy is instantly addressed and brings it down like a cherry in the bottom of the wine glass, as opposed to dropping a cherry on a plate where it just can bounce wherever. When a grip's that locked in, it's like you can track the sight, and you can literally watch it at these pretty high fast splits, 1800ths of a split, and make sure that you have you already have sight alignment, but you have sight picture on the target. And it works same thing with a dot too, but it's a little bit more tricky to do with the sights. That felt pretty good. Yeah, I'm getting down a little bit. It's funny, when I get to that fourth target, it's like I all of a sudden build more awareness of the sights. Again, this first target is low and to the left, and I got to figure out what's going on here. As far as deficiency analysis, it's low left. I don't think it's trigger coming down. I think when the shots, my natural point of aim is just coming down because I'm not contorting my elbows. I don't have my elbows calibrated yet with my new grip, my Vogel style grip. So I'm just going to give a few reps here. Sometimes I'll close my eyes. I'll look right at the target. I'll close my eyes, come out. All right, see, I'm left right there. I'm left, so I got to readjust. I'm in a 360 range here. I'm using a target as the camera as a target, right? I have good backstop behind it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So I got sight alignment. And I got sight picture from that natural point of aim. That's why I close the eyes, pin the trigger, open up, and make sure that is dialed in, that piece. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's do another. I'm not going to worry about splits and trigger control so much. I'm worried about everything, but I'm going to have more emphasis on locking down the pistol, particularly with a pinch, my pinch in the front between the trigger guard and the frame, the forward part of the frame of the Glock 19. All right, here we go. Okay, I felt that last one, I would break, so it's going to be left-right. I kind of saw it just drifting in there. I wasn't as urgent as I could have been. That looks like it was low-high. Still aiming a little bit low on this target. I think I'm just aiming. I don't think I'm flinching down. I might be. I don't think I am. It's a little bit too much spread on this one. Still too much spread. I gotta lock that bugger down. I'd like to know if that was a second shot or not. I'm gonna review film. When I edit this film, I'm gonna review the tight copy and see what is the first shot and what is the second shot. And this is a rarity. I haven't had them go high. I think I got a little relaxed in my grip and I wasn't quite locking it, which kind of happens in an array like this. I lose that lock. Splits on this were 21s, 22s, or 26 was in there, 25. So yeah, I slowed down in the splits a little bit and transitions. One thing I don't like about drills like this is it does burn through a lot of ammo. And to be quite frank with you, this isn't like a great drill. This is an integrated drill, and integrated drills can be difficult sometimes because you know, what are you working on, and where's the deficiency? Is the deficiency more my transitions? Is the deficiency more my recoil management? So you got to be careful a little bit. You got to be careful a little bit. So I'm not vouching this as a great, awesome drill. It's definitely one that breaks the monotony a little bit, and you can treat it like I would treat it more like a recoil management drill and a substantive confidence builder, to where you can start control pairs at 16 yards within, you know, 15 by 28 centimeter acceptable accuracy zone. Again, that's why a SIR pistol is so critical for my training, because the manipulation, in this case, I'm emphasizing trigger. Notice if I keep that lower red laser on, so it's prep, break, reset, and then re-prep, all right? So I got to stay on that wall as much as possible. Come on, Mike. Get lower, get me here. Whew. A lot of times I do those reps, I have rolling emphasis. Like I'll emphasize chest squeeze in one array, then I'll emphasize pinch on the next array, I'll emphasize scapularic pull on another one. So that helps keep all those muscular contractions. It's kind of like having 5 plates and you give attention to each one. They're all spinning, but you make sure one's spinning a little bit more, and pretty soon they all get up to maximum velocity, maximum contraction. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Oh God, that felt good. I don't even know what it looked like, but behind the sights, riding that, man, that felt good. And let's just see what the splits were on that. 18, 23, a 24, a 19, 22, then finished up with like 20s and 23s. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm talking about in this drill. The control pairs, this is 7.5 yards, completely acceptable, just not aiming the damn gun, my natural point of view, because I'm breaking this with as much sights as I can see. But these guys, again, I got to aim the gun. Not bad control pairs, 4 or 5 inches apart, probably 5. Yeah, these control pairs, that is very close apart. My knuckle, just beyond my knuckle, tip to my knuckle, index finger. Okay, I'm gonna do one more set here. And this is what's important. The paradigm of slow down or speed up. If you're missing, slow down. You know, that's not proper at all. Just taking more information. Don't slow down, don't speed up. Just try to sink in and just suck in more information, which may take more time, but it might not. All right, but either way, I'm not thinking about speed. I'm just thinking about sucking in more information from my eyes and what have you. All right, so let's go ahead and do 3. All right, let's go ahead and do 3 shots per target. All right, and I'm just gonna observe myself. All right, but I'm gonna have a rolling awareness of the lock-in and driving this all into subconscious competence of bringing this whole package together. All right, here we go. All right, felt pretty good. And how much did I slow down? See, I don't even really know how much I slowed down on there, if I did at all. No way. 20, 24s, 25s, 24s. That is weird. I didn't really slow down. I had a 24 in the transition, a 25. I slowed down a little bit on the transition, which makes sense, because I was trying to get more information to bring the gun over and decelerate it and re-prep and all that. Let's take a look at the shots here. All right, we're gonna do one more set of that 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and drive this. I'm just gonna get low and aggressive on this and just basically just feel like I'm putting my aura around the gun to return the muzzle down. Emphasis is getting control pairs on this. So all 3 of those dots are nice and ridiculously stupid tight. Here we go, here we go. Nice. All right, felt pretty good. Let's see what happened here. I might as well grab this camera. This will be my last one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I locked that down like crazy. All right. I'm gonna see what happened here, if this was a transition or not. I got a review film on that. And then blah, blah, blah. That's interesting. I wonder if I don't know. That's the first time it's been to the right. And this was 16 yards. So let's see what the splits were on this. Was 167 the draw, I'm not worried about. 22, 28, 24, 21s, 26, I did transition, 22, 19, 29. The 15 and 8 are probably double the 24, blah, blah, blah. But still not. I would say this is an appropriate drill if you're getting to the phase of doing bill drills pretty good and you're not really having substantive confidence to send it at distance. Okay, so like when it gets out to, 12 yards, 14, 16, even I'll do this again probably sometime with 20 yards, that you can really track things. So I want to talk about grip a bit more and how to lock it down. I think that's important. That's not really touched on here, but this could be something you could just throw in. It's a resource intensive drill. You got to use that ammo, got to have a target stands, takes a while to set up. You dominate a whole bay and all that stuff. But this is good. I've learned some things here. I've learned some things.